You piece of low-life All right, it's time to finally do this. I consider myself something of a businessman, and therefore I am familiar with this website you might have heard of called LinkedIn, a social media site that, may not even be social media at all. I don't know. It's a place where business people can look businessy in front of other business people. And sometimes it gets a little weird, such as, I proposed to my girlfriend this weekend. Okay, here's what it taught me about B2B, business to business, sales. Okay, like, brother, are you okay? Like a well-run sales cycle, key milestones must be met throughout the relationship to ensure a closed-won status at the end. Prospecting, not every prospect or partner will be the right fit. Identifying the right fit takes time. You can't be afraid to say no to find the person you know will value your offer most. Discovery, doing deep discovery is critical. Getting happy ears after a positive first date is easy, but you must continue to dig to understand the long-term fit. Understanding and calculating the return on investment is crucial. Demo. If you're confident there's a strong fit, showing your product to potential buyers is essential. Don't simply speak to the features and functionality. Explain the results so the person can expect. Pricing. After demoing and ideally getting their hands on the product, your prospect is ready to buy. Negotiations. There will be concessions. One party may want something the other party isn't willing to give up. Know what you care about most and work hard to get it. And handling objections. This was a proposal, my dude. Even after pricing and negotiations, there may be some resistance. Use this time to assure the other party that they're making the right decision and will love your product long term. So, I gotta ask. Did she say no, my guy? My dude? I am thrilled to share that I have accepted a full-time offer to join JP Morgan Advisors as a financial advisor associate next May after completing my MBA at Blank School. While I was gratified to receive a full-time offer from JP Morgan Private Bank at the end of my summer analyst position there, I'm so excited to develop client relations in the firm's U.S. wealth management business. I will be joining the firm here in Miami as a multi-generational member of Blank, my dad's wealth management team, and look forward to his mentorship and expertise, having been in the business for 35 years. Yes, I am very proud of the fact that I received this job through lots of hard work, through networking the right way, through doing all the little things right, really maintaining my grades, going for the MBA, really trying to better myself in a professional manner so that I can roll my shoulders and hold my head high and say, yes, I too am man, business. Also, my dad basically hired me, so there's that. So there's a sign here, says, please vomit in the toilet or garbage, thank you. I went to an all-you-can-eat restaurant last night and found this sign in the bathroom. And to be clear, this isn't a trashy place. It's this awesome Japanese barbecue spot in Brooklyn. Imagine being the owners constantly dealing with customers who stuff their faces beyond their limits. It reminds me of one of my favorite sayings, too much of a good thing is no good at all. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Please vomit in the toilet or garbage, thank you. First and foremost, I have to ask how often, I guess as long as it happened once, it's enough to be a big enough problem to have to say this, but how many, is that a problem you've had? Is people just, like, when I go to throw up, okay, I'm not going to get too toilety with this, but when I have a sick, I don't, just walk into a room and go, and just start all over the floor, right? I find either a toilet or a garbage receptacle within which to relieve myself. People just going in there and just looking at the walls and just like the grudge just up the wall or whatever, like, okay. And then really the bigger question, because remember, this is LinkedIn cringe. I'm trying to figure out what his analogy with vomit means in business, but I love the creativity though. This is a LinkedIn profile. And I mean, I guess you could, just be posting stuff for funsies, but it's a business social media. So I wonder what the connection, what the idiom here is for comparing the vomit to business, unless it's this thing about too much of a good thing is no thing at all. I'm lost. To my LinkedIn friends, I am asking my LinkedIn friends and social media contacts to help my Scott the Monkey video go viral, which in turn will lead to the incredible story into becoming a movie. Thanks for your time and consideration. No. You don't get to just ask people, I want my thing to be viral. Can you please make it viral for me? Like, hey, can you make this video viral? YouTube people watching it? Like, no, that's not how this works. You have to make something that catches people's eyes. You have to appease the algorithm like everyone else. Edward Berry. Your phone calls are unreachable. There's no reply on WhatsApp or Telegram, whatever the hell that is, but your LinkedIn is online. What is your explanation for this? Presumably this person is on vacation, and maybe, just maybe, they opened LinkedIn just to kill some time while they were waiting on something to happen. I don't know. If they're not technically on call or on the clock or whatever, then it technically ain't your goddamn business, is it? Whoo, here we go. Okay. Graphic designer, a bachelor's degree in graphic design, visual studies, extensive experience in the field may also be acceptable. Experience 3 to 4 years for e-commerce clients, companies, exceptional creativity and innovation, proficient in design, video, blah, 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 blah. You can read all these freaking, you must be very, very good and high tier at what you do. Salary from $50 a month. From $50 a month. How do you get away with doing that, man? Responsibilities. Develop product illustrations, image manipulation, logos, website, social media. Construct visual designs with the aid of design plans. Sit in on conceptual meetings and offer and present designs to stakeholders. Implement feedback. Changes when appropriate. Maintaining, training, QA checks. Again, my guy, $50 a month. Do they only work 2 hours a month? Like, what do you expect? Do you expect them to do all that in 2 hours a month? Because if you're paying them $50 a month, then that seems like they're only working 2 hours a month now, don't it? I mean, that's a pretty sweet gig. I guess if you had, a few dozen of them lined up that you could all do back to back to back to back to back, I guess. Or here's a good enough thought. You could just pay them a living wage to do what sounds like quite a bit of bullshit. Weekends are for D&D, that is, do not disturb. Or are they? Let us know. Do you check work emails on the weekend? Yes, no, it depends. Comment. Well, you tell me. What do you think? Do you check your emails on the weekend? Sometimes I do. Very rarely. I guess it depends on what you do, but I guess unless you have a job that literally is an on-call type job, or you are sort of a, entrepreneurial type, or you work a service industry where you might get a phone call or an email on the weekends. But I think what this is trying to go toward is your normal, 5x40 worker. Do you check your emails on the weekend, like on your phone or whatever? And what you gonna do on the weekend? Like, what are you going to do when everybody else is out of the office and you really can't do much about it? Sure, you can prep yourself for the shitstorm on Monday when you get back, but really that's all you're going to do is give yourself anxiety all weekend. And who wants that? I already have a real bad case of the Sunday afternoons before Monday morning, so I mean, if I just add another dark cloud overhead, I'm just making myself miserable. Don't make yourself miserable. Work already makes you miserable enough. Don't make yourself more miserable than you got to be. During intense weather, bison turn and face the storm. It is said they are the only animals known to do so because heading into the storm shortens the length of the storm out in those vast open spaces. In this film, you can see that is true. We all have storms in our lives, some more than others. We all have things we must overcome. In this scene out there with this magnificent, legendary animal in Yellowstone Park, my lens froze over with ice and my fingers stung from the cold. The winds almost knocked my tripod over, and I knew I only had so much time to get this right. In the howling winds and sideways snow, I followed the bison's lead, and I too turned and faced the storm. And I realized, in this blizzard with just the bison and I, that we should always follow the bison's lead to take what life gives you head on. Because the bison knows how to shorten the storm, and then it heads for the light. What in the are we even talking about anymore? I get it. Sometimes it's easier just to deal with something than it is to put it off. I guess that's what you're saying, but you took the freaking around the back door way to say it, dude. I get it. Bison, you ever thought that maybe the bison's just like, hey, what the hell's going on over there? And they're just looking at it like, I doubt that they have some deep intrinsic like, yes, I do this because it will make this less worse for me in the long run, so much as it's just like, oh, cool, there's like snow and junk over there. Bison trot. This palm tree fell over, refused to die, and curved right back up. Gonna be hell when LinkedIn finds out about this tree. Yeah, because some guy who's an entrepreneur and has a whole bunch of money because he struggled real hard, and also his dad's company hired him, is going to be like, as the legendary Phoenix, I too rose from the ashes of absolutely nothing. God, I'm badass. Today, one of my employees asked for a raise because he will be a father. I instantly fired him on the spot. You piece of low-life shit. It's simple. Do you raise capital when your business is failing? Do you expand and hire new employees when you are at a loss? After working for me for so many years, he didn't learn which one is an asset and which one is a liability. If you are earning only $27,000 take away per... I'm sorry, whatever that is per month, you should at the very least inform your boss on your family planning. Hey boss, I was thinking that me and my wife might have a child, but before we do the deed that, makes a child, I just want to make sure it was okay with you first. I hired you for work, not to provide seed funds for your seed fund. That's so gross. That's disgusting. That's effing gross. Your salary is a clear indication of your contribution to society. If it is so low, how can you even think about reproduction? You're simply compounding your failures. Well, first off, I want to go back and hit the first thing again. I instantly fired him on the spot. You are a piece of low-life trash for that, okay? The worst case scenario, just keep him on and be like, we'll see what we can do. Maybe raises are coming up at some point, assuming you give out raises, because I guess, people are what they are, according to your last thing down there. But if I hired you for work, not to provide funds for your family, is what I'm going to correct that to make it sound less creepy. The reason why he came to work for you was to provide funds for his family, okay? He didn't come to you just because he needed something to do during the day, okay? He needed money, and you needed a person to do a thing so that you could make money. Therefore, you hired him, and you cut off a little bit of what you make because of his contribution and then give it back to him, okay? That's how this whole damn thing works, okay? So yes, you are providing him money for his family because that's the whole reason he applied and got the job anyway. And then the fact that you fired him on the spot without even saying hey man, let's not go there right now or something like that. I mean, not even the not giving him something, but knowing he's got another family member on the way. So it's not just that you set him back to zero where he was. You put him in the negative now because he's got another person coming into this world, and now you've made it even that much harder on him. You bastard. All right, I'm mad now, so I've been skimming a few of these very angrily because I'm ready to pounce, and I'm trying to find one that doesn't piss me off so bad, and I think this one's it. Reality versus LinkedIn. Reality. I got my driver's license. LinkedIn. I am honored and thrilled to announce that I have been selected among the top 5 applicants who participated in professional and the most respected exam, which evaluates the skills and ability to operate fuel-based vehicles. I cannot wait to see what the next chapter holds, and I cannot express my appreciation to the Ministry of Transportation, Wendy's, Google, NASA, my neighbors who supported me during this difficult journey. That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. This is what I did. I got the job. How can I put this? I pick things up from this side. I move papers from here to over here. And the job title will be Senior Papyrus Relocation Management Assistant Professional. What kind of job posting is this, and how come it has 135 applicants? About the job. Insert short summary of role, approximately 1 paragraph. What are we looking for? Insert bulleted list of 2 to 4 most essential requirements. What will be the key responsibilities? Lorem ipsum. What can you expect? Lorem ipsum. Like, it's a funny thing. And I want to say I saw something, I don't remember where it was now, that was kind of like this, where it was sort of the inverse, where it was like a job posting, but like down here it said, this is a job posting for somebody who's already been pre-selected, so please don't apply. It's like so many of these job postings on these sites, I'm going to be honest with you, it's something I've heard recently, and this is my nugget of information for you. We've all had a good laugh today, but this is me telling you some real talk now, so you feel a little better about yourself, right? And are better prepared to work in this damn world. Is some of these postings like this, they're not real. Like they're either placeholders for something because somebody else is going to get hired and they need to show that they, whatever. Or sometimes there's what's called like ghost postings or whatever. I forget what it is. Ghost jobs, something like that. Phantom occupations, where it's, just to show that there is a hiring sort of boom going on, I guess, to make things look a little bit, make the company look like it's growing, or to sort of prospectively line a lot of people up in case there's turnover, which if they're trying to do that, there might be some turnover coming. So when you see something like this, don't necessarily take it with too big a grain of salt. I don't know why there's 135 applicants. That number might be inflated. Those may be bots. Bots are a big deal on social media sites, YouTube. So, don't get too hung up on this. Some of this is legitimate. Some of it ain't. And it sucks that we're trying to find out how to live because, we need money. We need seed funds for our seeds, apparently. And it's hard enough getting a job, but then you have to kind of, swim against dead weight like this, and it really sucks. Well, I feel like that's good enough for today. I don't feel like, crushing my soul anymore. So, thank you very much for watching, liking, commenting. How about you go network with that subscribe button down there? I hate myself. And until next time, bye.